The next dude, he does 5:1. Let's make it lower. He does 4:1. Okay? And he has this ability to see that if I'm able to move my trades when a false breakout happens, and I know when the market is about to move, and I enter the trade and I keep my stop loss, let's say 30 pips. Okay? I have 30 pip stop loss, and my winners would be how much at 4:1? Okay, 2%. How much is 2%? 2% we concluded is $20, right? Okay, just to make this easier, we should make this 20 pip stop loss and 80 here to make the calculations easier. Okay, $20. So now you're trading. Your each lot size here was 50 cents. Over here, is $1. Each pip is worth $1. You're able to trade higher. Okay, your each pip is worth $1 because your stop is so tight. Okay, let's say you also do 10 trades. Okay, you screw up half of them. Okay, let's say more than half. You screw up 6 trades. You're like, oh God, not good. 6 trades. Okay, 6 trades with loss of 20. That's $120 worth of loss. 4 trades, winners, gives you how much? Okay, 320. What is your total? Okay, 200. Even with making more losses than the guy who's good with his profit ratios, you're still ahead of him. Not to mention, you're probably chilling most of the time because you're going for 80 pips. You're not in there. You're not in and out all the time. Okay? So when you have a risk to reward, even if you have 6 losers and 4 winners, it means nothing. Your account balance will still tell you, dude, good job. Okay? So this is very important to know all this stuff, that risk to reward is the one that keeps you alive. It's not the fact that having high amounts of winners, finding the holy grail that every time I hit my button, whether it's buy or sell, I must make Ferraris and Lamborghinis. No, it's not going to happen like that. Okay? What about if the 120 can be made hourly, but the 200 is made every 3 hours? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because, look, the one key aspect that is missing is if you do this hourly, that means you have a good market. What happens when the market is not good later? You're going to get killed. Every profit that you've made is going to be taken away. Okay? How do you set your trade up knowing it will hit your target based on 4:1? If you see a trade, do you know it's going to go in 4 times your risk? You take a trade accordingly, right? If your strategy is telling, look, if you don't know, that means whatever strategy you're trading is only half the strategy. If the strategy only teaches you entry and not an exit, what's the use? You don't have a strategy. Or if your strategy only tells you an exit but no entry, it's like, hey, what are you trading then? You're just wasting time. Okay? But if you know where you're going to keep your stops, if you know where you're going to exit, then you can start measuring, like, okay, how strong is this strategy? Is it worth it? Or am I simply just wasting time? Okay? The argument always comes saying that, well, even if your risk to reward is lower, it's the consistency. If you can do this again and again and again, then yeah, if you want to do it again and again, then spend 30 years reading the markets and getting used to it and perfecting it. Okay, if you have the 30 years to spend onto the market, then go for it. Okay, you're not going to overnight pick up the market. These big ballers who control just by being the 5%, 95% of the world are not going to suddenly get him like, okay, look, this guy's a good scalper, let's give him the money. No, it's not going to happen. You cannot override these extremely genius, brilliant minds. They've set up everything in a certain way with a certain reason. These guys have built the markets with supply and demand and all of that stuff. They built it. Okay, will you rigidly stick to the original stop loss, or do you move or reduce your risk whilst in a trade? That's all totally up to you and your strategy. It's all up to that, right? So to make risk reward, we need to trade 1 hour charts or 4 hour charts. Luis, I couldn't agree with you more. That's exactly what I do. Higher time frames, otherwise it's just fun. It's like going to a casino. You're just enjoying yourself. You're having fun trading. It's the thrill that you're paying for. That's it. All right. 8 minutes to the NFP. All right. Who do I have my ex-members from Forex Watchers? How many of the Forex Watchers ex-members are here? The ones that were with me, what, 4 or 5 months ago, 6 months ago? Okay, 84. Who's 84? Sunshine. Okay, I see you, Sunshine. Ahmed, yes, I see you. Who else was with me? Okay, we have a few. So what we're going to do is, let's do the NFP count. Prince, legendary trader Paul Jones was always crazy about risk to reward ratios, a big one. There you go. There you go. If your risk to reward ratio is good, you're coming out on top. You can have my money. Okay? But if you're saying, Navin, let me invest for you, I win 90% of the time and my risk to reward is 1:1 or 1.5:1, I'm not giving you a penny. Okay? All right. So now let's take a look at Euro USD. Okay? Let's take a look at Euro USD. How do we do this? Now, we're going to look at the daily chart. Okay, Sunshine, how do we see this? Daily chart, the last candle, okay? Let's take a look at this month. Okay, this month started here. We have the biggest candle of the month. Have we breached? Has the current candle respected this candle? Has it gone up beyond it? Okay, no. The current candle has not respected the previous candle. The previous candle is strongly bullish. This candle didn't even go at least up to the half point or up to the top. Okay, let's take a look at pound. What about pound? Did it follow? No. Okay, let's take a look at US dollar Swiss franc. Okay, that looks pretty decent. But it's still a very strongly bearish candle, biggest one of the month, so we need to respect its tail. It made a tail, that means it's telling you that there is some pressure pushing it up. But overall, the candle is massive. Okay. What about CAD? Okay, CAD looks about right. It's a big candle, but the tail is like 30%. So this candle, the current candle for today, it went already 50% of the tail. Seems okay. Okay, seems all right. All right, Aussie dollar on the daily chart. Aussie dollar, we have this big mess. Okay, we don't know which direction the markets are going. Let's take a look at New Zealand dollar. Okay, yeah, it's not correlating. Let's take a look at New Zealand dollar. Also big mess. It's not the biggest candle. Okay, look at all the candles before it. It's all pretty much the same size. All right, we're going to move to, what, Euro Yen? Euro Yen's always fun. Where's my Euro Yen? There we go. Okay, Euro yen yesterday seemed to be the biggest candle of the month, okay? And today we've already gone beyond that. Okay, so Euro yen has already gone beyond yesterday's candle. It's gone lower. Okay, let's take a look at US dollar Japanese yen. Gold I am not too certain with, but we can take a look. US dollar Japanese yen, same thing, it's gone beyond, so that one is done. Okay, how do you relate euro with euro yen? They both have euro pairs, right? But lately euro and euro yen has been going opposite, if you can see. Okay, euro USD has been going long, euro yen has been going short, so the correlation there is going to be a bit off. Okay, let's take a look at gold real quick. What does gold say? Gold says nothing. Gold is sidelined. Okay, not really the biggest candle, because look at these candles right here at the starting of the month. It's almost the same size. So caution there as well. So all we see is pound, and we see euro, we see Swiss franc. According to all of these, we're like, the market should continue. Based on this information, before 8:30, let me go down to the hourly, I'm expecting the market, based on our opinion doing this analysis, we're expecting the market to proceed north. Okay? So based on what we learned today, it's like, well, if that's the case, we have this upward channel, then this sideways movement, and then are we going to pop out of this area and continue north? Okay? So that's something that we're looking at right now to see is this going to happen? Because it still needs to respect it, right? Take a look on the daily. On the daily, it hasn't gone above our previous candle. Okay, is no sound? Can everyone hear me? Okay, I'll restart my sound just in case. Okay, I hope the sound is back. Okay, so I see all this stuff and I'm like, okay. So my Euro USD, I'm expecting it to proceed long. Remember how we were saying that if the market goes up and it sidelines on upper side of the trend, it's expected for a long. If this is on the lower side of a trend, it's expected for a short. Okay, so it's on the upper side now, and we're looking at this, and we're like, okay, we're going to assume this is going to be a long today. Now, next piece of information I want to make sure with all of you guys, once the NFP settles, which direction is the market? Okay, wherever the NFP ends up finishing, right? Yeah, if the NFP goes strongly short, okay, if it goes like this, and then an hour or 2 hours later, it's still around here, expect the rest of the day for the market to continue short. Okay? Alright, so I'm looking at this, it's 8:29. Based on our analysis, I'm going to say that this is potentially a long. Okay, oh, I forgot I have these trades running. Let me close these other trades. My New Zealand dollar and Aussie dollar. Okay, so now I have this thing running on Euro USD because I'm expecting the Euro USD to at least go above this area, because according to yesterday, it's been so strongly north. What is NST? Okay, Navin, what about the stops that will be taken out? What stops? You mean in the range here? Well, this is a news release. I don't think in the news release you'll have time for stops being taken out. Okay? Unless there'll be a strong move where everybody jumps on the move, on the initial move, right? Right now the initial move, it went down. Okay, it could be where everybody is selling. We still need to wait and be patient and see what the market wants to do. Okay, running at 30. Market's now at bottom of the range. Let's see what all the other pairs are doing. What is our pound doing? Pound also. Okay, pound is doing that lower channel. Where's my... Okay, it goes upwards and into this channel, expecting also a long from here. But let's see. That is our analysis from the daily charts. Okay, look at CAD. Let's take a look at CAD. CAD, it is down. CAD is extremely weak. Ooh. Or extremely strong, sorry. US dollar is extremely weak. Well, that should be good for euro. Okay. It went strongly down first. Hopefully we got enough sellers jumping in there right now. Just closed for 55 pips and done for the day. You shorted, didn't you? Okay, did you even look at the actual news to see whether it should signal long? Sharky, no, I don't watch the news. Okay, Dan, do you look at a currency strength meter? No, I usually don't. Just yesterday I started opening a currency strength meter just to get an idea if I can pull out some strong currency pairs, but conclusion came out that it's currently not so useful. I'm still researching how I can actually put it to proper use. Why did you go long on Euro USD? Okay, on the daily chart, right? If you go through one of my webinars that talks about candlesticks, you can see this is the biggest candle of the month. Okay, the month started here, and this is the biggest candle. It's strongly long. Okay, the tail on top is not that big. It's like 20%. It's telling you that this current candle will go at least to the top, if not slightly above it. If that's the case, it hasn't done it yet. So for me to move this up, a news release would be a good boost. So that's why I chose to go long. Okay, there is also, you can also see this, there's the NFP webinar also that you guys can watch to see how we trade this thing. Is that not an inside bar? Well, I don't look at all that stuff. Prince, is that not an inside bar, bullish outside bar? Well, now it's a bullish outside bar. Before it would, well, yeah, there's so much stuff to do. But what is your risk to reward? Okay, in this one, your risk would actually have to be below your, what is this called? Range. Okay, I didn't put in a stop in this one, but if I were to enter, I would have to go down to a smaller time frame right before it launches, just to see if I can perfect the entry. Okay, it's starting to head north, Navin. Yeah, it's okay. I'm still not convinced until like 15 minutes into it. Right now, all the gamblers are playing right now. Everyone's buying and selling. You know, they don't know where it's going. All the gamblers are paying. Let them exhaust all their money, and then let the market settle to understand which direction is the NFP. And for the rest of the day. Are we considered gamblers also? No, I didn't close the trade. The trade's still running. NFP news is good though. Does it matter? News never has mattered to me. I respect the news, but I don't watch it at all. Navin executes orders. Could you give the name of the candle webinar, please, Navin? It's on... Actually, okay. Let's see if I can find it for you. Let's go to videos. Okay, we'll keep that here. Candlesticks. Where is our candlesticks? Okay, let me just type it in. There we go. Understanding market direction with candlesticks. There it is. It's right there. And the NFP should be in here also. Or it's called Predicting the Markets Hourly. Here we go. Forex Non-Farm Payroll Prediction Strategy. That's there as well. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. 1 second. Okay. All right. So, let's take a look at this now. What was the latest questions? MT4 on your Mac to use software called Crossover. Oh yeah. If anyone needs help with installing MT4 on your Mac, go to blog.urbanforex.com. Okay, we have a video tutorial on it. It helps you. Okay, it'll help you to install it. Hello Navin, do you see my typings? Yes, I do see your typings. Okay, any questions? Any questions before we end the webinar? Any opinions for Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar? It's an exotic pair. I haven't looked at that. Where is Aussie, New Zealand? This is flying. Okay. Your Aussie New Zealand dollar should start to drop. Okay, expect the sellers to start kicking in where they're sitting. These are where the sellers are sitting. Expect them to start kicking in right now to start moving this back down. So that'll be a fun trade to watch. Okay, so questions, where will we go? Was the long you placed in real account or a demo? It's a demo. You can see up here. It says demo. Okay, 15-minute candle will determine direction of the day. No. Not in. It's usually in 15 when that, okay, the news is over now and they stop buying and selling. That's when the markets calm down a little bit. Okay. In which case, moves, you need to your stop losses. Okay, if you're trading in a batch, you need to keep a mental stop loss based on your equity that's running. Usually NFP resolves within minutes. Why is it so sideways today? NFP usually comes out with some news as well, some other news that usually comes out around it or with it. Can you guys check with that? See if there's maybe other news that maybe we're waiting for in the next 4 minutes or something? Forex Master question, there's a resistance at top and it cannot move it, but you said to buy. Isn't it better to wait for a pullback then buy? Well, it did do a pullback now, right? Okay, false breakout, pullback, and okay, so maybe it's going down to kill everybody first. Let's see. There was CAD news. Okay, that's probably the reason why CAD is going crazy. Looks like CAD is going to be short for the rest of the day. Check US dollar Swiss franc. Here's US dollar Swiss. Oh, not much, nothing there. Some minor strength on US dollar. Okay. CAD got extremely weak though. Pound. Pound is still going down. CAD had some good data. Is pound looking to go up according to daily candle? Yes. According to daily candle, we're still looking to fulfill or respect the previous candle. Okay? Look, the candle is extremely north. Okay? Very rare cases you don't see that respect happening, but we're looking for the respect to happen. Okay. Hello, Abhinav. How are you? No, sorry. Yeah, it's some snacks. Are you long EU, short US dollar CAD? I'm long on EU, as you can see down here on my screen. It says buy. Do you consider second entry right about now on EU to get a better price? No. I'm already in, and it's in. I wouldn't be getting in again. Okay. Well, where it is right now, it's below. Now look, it's gone up. Okay. This was the range. Okay. This range got broken. It went up outside of it. If there were any buyers, their stops were below here. They just got stopped. Now this move down could possibly trigger sells. The sellers might be in now, saying that, oh, it's actually going down. So it's a war right now. We're going to wait and see what's going on. I mean a pullback to the area where price can take support again, not just a little bit of pull. The thing is that because it's a news, Forex Master, I'm not waiting for a bounce down and stuff like that. Usually the NFP moves quickly. Okay. It's NFP, no Forex, please. Okay. How do you know when the previous candle movement has been respected fully? First time I have heard, and it's fascinating. Oh, Ben, simply look at the Candlestick webinar, and you'll get an idea. Okay. We're going to leave this webinar running an additional 2 or 3 more minutes before we close it. Okay, just to see where this thing ends up. This strategy works only on NFP. No, it's actually many things. Now, the candle that you saw on the daily chart, it's like this. Doesn't it look like this candle here? Where the markets went strongly north and left pretty much like a 20% tail on top. It means you're starting to get pressure from the top, but it's not enough to hold the entire candle. The candle is way too big. So the next candle, it goes at least above it to respect it. And then it comes back down and slows. Okay? So you have this thing. Okay? Do you think it will seamlessly, it will hit seamlessly the previous high at 31115? It should. It should. Based on our analysis, it should. Okay, so it's an opinion. Forex Master, but when there is a wick more than the, when there is a wick more than the, I think, body from the bottom means seller pressure is also there. How about that? Yeah, it is there. Remember, the candle is not closed. Okay, you need to understand that. This is not done. We don't know where the wick is or where the tail is. Okay, if you're looking at this particular wick, okay, over here, then yeah, the next two candles had a hard time of fighting this wick. But what about, you cannot ignore this entire move up with so much strength. There's buyers, extremely strong buyers there. One little wick cannot harm these big buyers. Okay, we have no indications also from our left that there used to be selling pressure here. Okay. All right, we're going to give it another minute. Any other questions? Any last minute questions before we close it up? That's why I'm saying that a pullback to the PRZ zone will trigger a nice buy, not just buying right now, that it'll cause a problem. Okay, I see what you're trying to say. You're just basically trying to look for a perfection entry. I understand that. There's nothing wrong with that. The only problem is with news, it's tough to do a perfection entry. Okay. Could you explain, will this be recorded? I don't know. I don't know if Chile is here. He's the professional recording person. Okay. What time does the internship usually start? The internship is currently full. It is full. Everybody has been filled in for that. Let's see. Nathan, what about retracements before continuations? Yeah, you'll have that a lot. Retracement before continuations. That happens in a trend. When you have a trending market, that happens, not in a ranging market. This is a range right now that we're dealing with. Saif, this is my first webinar. I'm late. Is this video recorded? Yes, it is recorded based on what I know from Chile. And if it is, you can probably expect it when he uploads it on Urban Forex. Gary, when will you know if this long is wrong? Candle close should be enough. I think that candle close should tell you enough information that, okay, it's done. Okay, Sarah, when will be the next beginner's class? Well, we haven't had a beginner's class in a long time, but you can catch up on all the information based on the webinars posted on Urban Forex. Everything is there. When will you close this long position? Probably close to the end of the hour. I'll get an idea of what the candle wants to do. Okay, if it becomes like a doji, I still have to hold it, unfortunately, because I'm still in a range. But if it's bearish, then I'll have to close it, right? Gary, yes, that's correct. Ken, are pairs still in correlation? Most pairs are, yes. Yen pairs are no longer in correlation with dollar pairs. They've been separated. Okay. Could expect a bounce if using FXI pivots. Yeah, we'll see at the close of the candle, right? Can you inform us when you decide to close the position? I'm not going to be around once I close the webinar, but it's simple as this. Once the candle closes bearish, okay, and it has bearish sentiments, then we'd have to close it. Because we're already down 40 pips on this. And if we're expecting a move from the NFP, we're expecting around 80 pips or so. So we're still at like 2:1 ratio right now. Anything lower, then it's just risking it. Okay. Do you think it's good to combine indicators to get an idea of the current spot that are more buys and sells? You can put as many indicators as you want. Only difference is don't use them as primary sources. Okay. When you set your trade, do you know it's going 4 times your stop loss? Usually, yes. And my conference room members, if they're here, they'll tell you that and how we look at stuff like that. Okay. Otherwise, we don't get in. We don't even place our trades until we have that information. Okay. It's just not worth it. It's just not. It's not sensible, to put it in a nice way. Alright guys, it is now 8:52 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you all for attending. And I will let you guys know on how this works out on this trade, and if it goes up long or short. I will post at least on Urban Forex when I get a chance later on this evening. So take care guys. Hope it was educational for you guys. I will see you. Grab some dinner. Don't eat snack. Yeah, we'll do. Alright, I'll see you guys next week on Friday. Take care. Bye now.